everyone okay? Okay, very good. It's nice to hear that. So, by the way, I am Jackilyn Escarpe. I am here today to discuss a lessons. So, before we are going to start, let's have first an opening prayer. Okay, everybody stand up. Okay, let's bow our head and close our eyes. Everybody, in the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit, Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us, and bring us into test, but deliver us from evil. In the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit, Amen. Please, everyone, remain standing. Please remain standing because we have a short activity to energize ourselves. So okay, everybody is ready. Okay, stand up. So just put your notebook. Okay. So are you ready? So let's start. So raise your two hands. And then in the count of 5, shake it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Next, move your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last, jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then turn around. Oh, slowly lang. Very good. Let's give ourselves 5 claps. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Please take your seat. Thank you. So now, I'm going to check your attendance. Just say present if your name is called. So, Priscel, present. Very good, present. Ray, very good, present. Samantha, very good. Audrey, present, very good. Sam, present. Okay, Renz, present, very good. Angel, very good. So, everybody is present. So, before we are going to start our lessons, I have some pictures here. So you are going to identify the picture shown. What object is shown in the picture? Okay, are you ready? Is everybody is ready? Okay, very good. So in the first picture, what did you say in the first picture? Very good. This is plants. Very good. So very kuan kayo mo mga bright. Wow. So and the second picture, how about in the second picture? This is an onion skin. So this is an onion skin. Very good. So in the third picture, what do you see in the third picture? This is red blood cells. Wow, very good kayo mga students. Good. So next, and the fourth picture, the last picture. This is an ant colony. Very good. So those pictures, we can see that in our two eyes because they are very big. Then we can easily see it because there are objects that are small. So in that object, we can easily because there are objects that we can see easily like living things. No, those living things that are too small, we cannot see enough just by our eyes. Some objects that are too small, we need an instrument. So, something na instrument that are special, that those things that are too small, we can see using that instrument, and that is a microscope. Anong who among of you have already seen a microscope? This one, microscope. In your elementary, in our elementary days, no? We can see this inside the laboratory room. So today I am going to discuss about the parts and functions of the microscope. So very good. So sino man kaayo? Okay ra mo diha? Okay. So the main objectives of this lesson, no? Atong objective is, first objective is at the end of this discussion, you are going to be expected to enumerate and functions of the microscope. And also, you are going to recognize the importance of microscope in the study of biology. And lastly, you are going to know how to handle and care the microscope properly. So, nana siya saan pag-handle ang microscope. So, and now, let's proceed. So, the branch of science that deals with the study of life is called biology. So, one of the tools by the scientists they are using is called microscope. So, that's, earlier, I'm talking about the microscope. So, muna, ang important tool na gamitin sa scientists. Do you remember the COVID-19, the coronavirus disease? So, ang mga scientists ato, nagamit sila og microscope to study the bacteria or microorganism. Kaya that bacteria is very tiny or too small to see by our eyes. So, microscope is a tool used to see organisms or objects that are too small to be seen by our eyes. That is microscope. And these tiny objects such as plant cells, animal cells, microorganisms such as bacteria, we can see these organisms, objects using the microscope. So the science of investigating very tiny organisms and small objects using microscope is called the microscopy. So, wala siya. So, in studying microscope, we can know this with just remember the two terms, the magnification and resolutions. Just always remember that. So, the first thing is magnification. So, when we say magnification, it describes how much larger an object appears when we view it. And also, when we say resolution, it is a capacity of a microscope to distinguish small gaps between two separate points which human cannot distinguish, or it is used to finer details of an object. Okay, so here I have pictures. Compare the two pictures. Which picture shows a finer detail of a plant cell? What's an Anna? A or B? Very good. It's letter B because looking at letter A, you see this picture A has a lower resolution. And B, it has a finer resolution which is klaro kay ang picture sa sa plant cell. So ang iyang kuan, it's letter B, no? It has a finer resolution that more details of a plant cell is visible. So, by the way, compound microscope is our topic. So, what it is called compound microscope? Ay, anong na? Ano na siya gitawag o compound microscope? Actually, no, there are many types of microscope, but today we are focusing on compound microscope. So, it is called compound microscope because it is an optical microscope that uses visible light to form an image, and also it uses two or more double convex or lenses. No? So the lenses found on the eyepiece, which is located in the microscope in the top here. This is the eyepiece. So that's why that is called compound microscope. And also, the compound microscope is comprises of three different types. Ang magnifying, illuminating, and mechanical parts. So, let's talk first about the magnifying. So, when we say magnifying, it makes the specimen looks bigger. And the specimen in this object or an organism that we study or examine under the microscope, that we have two parts under the magnifying. The eyepiece is or also called as the ocular lens and the objective lens. So when we say the eyepiece, it is located in the top. So here, looking at the picture, modern eyepiece. So it is where the viewer look at see to magnify the image or not mag-view kung natin sample specimen. The next, the objective lens. Objective lenses rather. So these are the major lenses. Nana siya three major ang objective lens. The first is the high power objective, low power objective, and all immersion objective. So when we say high power objective, nana siya magnification of 40 times, and the low power 10 times. Yeah, so mas taas ang high power. And also, ang pinakataas is overall immersion objective, which is natural magnification of 100 times. So, that is under the magnifying. So next, let's proceed to illuminating. When we say illuminating, illuminate is to give light. So, the first part of illuminating is the mirror. Here mo yung mirror niya sa mga compound. Using mirror, it views the light from an external source through the bottom of the stage. Really, nasa sa center along the stage. Next is the diaphragm. So, there's diaphragm. It controls the light of light reaching the specimen. Next is the condenser. Used to collect and focus the light from the illuminator of the specimen. So, many ang parts of the illuminating. Next is the mechanical parts. So, another type to add ang mechanical parts. The body tube, throat tube, revolving nose piece, adjusting knob, stage. Then stage is consist of stage clicks, the arm, the base, the inclination joint. So ang mechanical parts only ang to support and adjusting the different parts of the microscope. Ang body tube mo the body tube holds the eyepiece lens and connects them to the objective lens. So monitoring ang body tube. Support siya sa eyepiece. So next is revolving nose piece. This holds the different objective lens. This one, ibabaw sa objective lenses, ang revolving nose piece. Then next is the adjusting knobs. Na ay duha ka adjusting knob yung makita niyo sa picture. The course adjusting knob, which is mo yung dako. Ang gamay mo yung ang fine adjusting knob. Very good. Right kayo ang student. Next, the stage. The stage here, so stage is the flat surface here. And then the stage clips, which is the specimen. Naka-sample specimen, ay nag-ibigay sa stage clips para nasa sa proper position. The next, the arm. You see arm? Asa ka, bubunin the proper position sa microscope, sa arm, and also the base. It serves as to support the whole microscope. So, when you use a compound microscope or any other microscope, just hold the arm and support the base properly so that the other parts of the microscope will not be damaged or any problem because you cannot hold it properly. Next is the inclination joint. This one is the inclination joint. Inclination joint. It allows the user to tell the microscope, especially when the viewer is in the sitting position. So, na diya mag-adjust, may diri man siya para where if somebody is in sitting position, ayang microscope na i-adjust para easy ra niya makita dito ang kuan. Yun ma-use niya ang kuan. Di siya mag-listen yung mubarog ko siya. Okay, very good. Any questions? Wala. So, the kuan. So, very understandable with ang topic. Okay? It is a refresher, what's we called in that, kind of marathon and refresh mo because I know that you are familiar with this microscope because that one is very common inside the laboratory room during our elementary days. Okay, so this time to check your understanding, I am going to give you a quizzes, but don't you worry, the quiz is 10 items and multiple choice. So I will distribute. Then after you answer, by the way, the direction is just read carefully and encircle the letter of the correct answers. Okay. This one is for you. Read carefully and choose the best answer of the question. Read it properly, ha? Okay, this one. Okay. I know everybody is finished. Please pass your test paper. Okay, very good. Please pass. Very good. Okay, I hope everybody is perfect, It's because it is very easy. Okay, very good. So, for your assignment, in a short bond paper, please draw the compound microscope and label its part. Do not include the functions, just the part of the compound microscope. Okay, I hope you learned something for today's discussion. So, see you tomorrow. But before we end our class, let's everybody please stand up. To close our discussion, let's have a closing prayer. Everybody, please bow our head and close our eyes. Everybody, in the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Hail Mary, glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, and now, and forever shall be, the world without end. Amen. In the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, goodbye, students. See you tomorrow. Thank you for your cooperation and for your presence today. Thank you.